My name is Felicia Shi, and this is my informative on deforestation. Remember how former President Donald Trump said that climate change wasn't real? One of his claims was that he didn't think it was a hoax, but he didn't know that it was man made. Okay, well, what about deforestation? Trump definitely believes deforestation is real, or at least is aware of it. In fact, he has used deforestation in the past to help tackle wildfires. Deforestation is most definitely real and is one of the causes of climate change. It's also a very important issue in today's world, and more people should know what it is and how we can reduce it. So let's talk about this. First, we'll discuss what deforestation is and why it's even an issue in the first place. Then, we'll look at deforestation throughout history before finally taking a look at the effects deforestation has on the environment. What is deforestation? Well, deforestation is defined as the permanent clearing of forests or woodlands, specifically trees. While forests are a replenishable resource, trees in these forests can't be replanted and regrown at the rate in which they're being cut down. Because of this, forests are disappearing at an alarming rate, and even places such as the Amazon rainforest can now disappear in less than 100 years. One reason why deforestation is an issue is because humans depend on trees to survive. Trees are important in that they absorb large amounts of carbon dioxide as well as trap the greenhouse gases emitted by human activities. By cutting down these trees and thereby releasing the greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, this contributes to global warming. According to Greenpeace, forest loss contributes about 15 to 20% of all annual greenhouse gas emissions. To summarize, deforestation involves cutting down trees faster than they are able to be replanted and regrown, which contributes to global warming. Let's now look at deforestation throughout history. Though many countries have experienced the effects of deforestation, we will only be talking about deforestation in one country, Brazil. Specifically, the destruction of the widely known Amazon rainforest. The destruction of the Amazon started in the 1940s when Brazil began a program of national development in the Amazon basin. President Getúlio Vargas declared that the Amazon, in the impact of our will and labor, will cease to be a simple chapter in the world and make equivalent to other great rivers, shall become a simple chapter in the history of human civilization. Before the 1960s, the destruction was limited due to restrictions on access to the Amazon beyond partial clearing along the riverbanks. The forest's poor soil also made it hard for plantation-styled farming. The actual clearing of the Amazon occurred in the 1960s when colonists started crop cultivation and used the slash and burn method, a method in which forests are burned and cleared for planting. Farmers found it hard to manage their fields and crops because of the invasion of weeds and the loss of fertile soil. In the Amazon, soil is fertile for only a short amount of time after the land is cleared, so farmers needed to continue moving and clear more and more land. Colonization in the Amazon was ruled by cattle raising, mainly because grass was able to grow in the poor soil, and ranching required little labor, produced a decent amount of money, and awarded social status. Though these farmers gained many such benefits, farming led to extensive deforestation and environmental damage. Between the 1970s and 1980s, the use of the slash and burn method on forests in Brazil dramatically increased. But it didn't stop from here. The history of the deforestation of the Amazon rainforest shows us how deforestation can even happen to the most widely known forests, and how humans can have an effect on forests in a negative way. This brings us to the final topic we will briefly be discussing: the effects deforestation has on the environment. Now, deforestation can have very damaging effects on the environment. One of the most dangerous effects is the loss of habitat for many plant and animal species. By cutting down trees and contributing to the loss of habitat for plants and animals, many species' livelihood may be lost. This includes species that are yet to be discovered and identified. Trees also provide shade that regulates the temperature. Deforestation is harmful because it results in a significant increase in temperature changes similar to those in a desert, which could lead to the death of many inhabitants. In addition to providing shelter and shade for these species, trees also help manage the amount of water in the air by helping to regulate the water cycle. In deforested areas, there's less moisture in the air, and therefore less precipitation can be returned to the soil. This then causes drier soil, making it harder for plants to grow. Now, there are many other effects that I could go on endlessly talking about, though these are some of the major ones. Based on what we have covered so far, we can see that deforestation is actually occurring in present time. And it hasn't stopped. Thousands of trees are being destroyed each day, and we are getting closer and closer to becoming an extinct species, just like all of the other species that no longer exist today. Despite this, it isn't impossible to reduce, if not eradicate, deforestation and climate change. The science does show, however, that to decrease or eradicate deforestation, many things need to happen. First, the number of trees being cut down each year needs to be reduced. This would mean clearing and burning less forests for reasons such as making wood products and human civilization. Second, more laws need to be developed that prohibit forests from being destroyed, and laws that prohibit illegal wood products from entering the marketplace. And finally, society as a whole needs to do anything possible to save the trees, including using recycled products and planting a tree in an open space. If deforestation is able to be stopped altogether, thousands of plant and animal species can be saved, including ours, Homo sapiens. But this all depends on if, as a whole, we choose to save the planet or continue to destroy it. Thank you.